We are at the BlueOrchard Impact Summit, and I now have the pleasure to welcome Gelong Thubten. Thubten, welcome back to the BlueOrchard Impact Summit. It's so great to see you again.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be back.
And I'm actually really looking forward to this conversation because you are coming from quite a different angle, given that you're a Buddhist monk and a meditation teacher. So let me maybe dive right into it. Throughout the summit, we have extensively discussed how inequality has worsened and how this in turn has made climate change worse. Let's examine the root of this issue: human action. Evidence suggests that our constant desire for material wealth and greed has led us to this point. Is this part of human nature, or maybe asked differently, can we find happiness with less?
I think the root of it all is in the mind, isn't it? The mental attitude. Mm-hmm. And I think as long as we go through life assuming that happiness has to come from outside, then we will constantly be grabbing at things outside of ourselves. And our desire for more is limitless, and yet the things of the world are limited. And so the inexhaustible desire and the exhausted world don't match. Right. So what's required is a shift in perspective, to think more about how happiness is inside. Because even when you get happiness from an external object or situation, it's still your mind that experiences the happiness. Right. Happiness is a state of mind. So why not learn to cultivate that state of mind? Then you are creating your own happiness from within by learning how to handle your thoughts and feelings and emotions and reactions differently.
And do you believe that humans have the capacity to change our mindset, to increase empathy, to increase compassion for people and the planet? You just alluded to it earlier. And how can we achieve that?
Absolutely, and of course nowadays in neuroscience they talk about the brain's neuroplasticity, meaning that we're not stuck the way we are. Yeah. We can develop any kind of character trait or skill or personality quality. So we can develop more compassion. We simply have to put the work in. It's a little bit like exercise. If you lift weights, you build muscle. So to develop the muscle of compassion, we first of all maybe need to reflect upon its importance. So I think the key here is to regularly think about how the more I live my life from a selfish perspective, the more I'm not happy and others are not happy. Nobody wins. On the other hand, if I live my life more from a place of compassion, that takes care of me too, as well as others. So the more you think about that, the more you are developing that wish to be kinder and more compassionate, and everything starts with intention. So you build the intention, and then it comes from there. And I see compassion as a trainable skill, a skill of the mind that we all have the capacity to develop. And I would suggest it's also very natural to us, very innate. Because when we're around kind people, we feel comfortable. We feel this is how things should be. When we're around somebody who's being very aggressive and selfish, it doesn't feel natural. It feels against human nature. So to me, that suggests that compassion is our natural state. And yet it's we lose sight of it because we get wrapped up in stress. So meditation is a way of clearing the stress so we can find the happiness and compassion that was already there.
So perfect segue. You just mentioned meditation. Can you share maybe a specific practice that you believe would help us to become more compassionate, that we all can do?
Well, I think the obstacle to our compassion is when we're very caught up in stress and worry and our selfish desires. And so if we meditate every day, simply by maybe observing our breathing and learning how to bring our mind back to our breath when our mind wanders. What we're doing there is we're training ourselves to be less influenced by the habits and thoughts that normally control us. So daily meditation can be very simple in that you get up in the morning and you sit down and you focus on your breathing for 10 minutes, and of course the mind wanders, but you gently bring it back. And then also moments of meditation throughout the day as you're going around your life. Take time to be present. Take time to bring your mind to where your body is in small micro moments throughout the day. If you do both of these practices, then you're giving yourself training for the mind that can help you to access your own inner strength and inner qualities.
And to conclude, considering the discussions at this year's summit, how hopeful are you for the future?
I'm always hopeful because I really believe in the power of human consciousness and the potential for growth and change. And I feel that now, even though there are so many problems in the world, there's also a rising sense of consciousness and ethics and responsibility growing in people. People want to be more kind. People want to help the planet. People are just looking for ways to do that. So I feel that there's a lot of reason to be optimistic, because in one way we are the destroyers of our planet, but we can also be the saviors. Within us are both possibilities, and a human being is capable of a lot.
Perfect. Perfect ending on a positive note.
Thank
you so much, Thubten. I really enjoy talking to you every time.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching.